Sound. Shall we play a game?
Welcome back. Yes, I do want to play a game. So I wanted to do something a little different in this week's video. And if you've watched my channel for a while, I am Rosen. I talk mostly about knee replacement and other orthopedic stuff. But I wanted to play a little game this week and see how much you know about orthopedic implants. Like, what do you know about things that we actually put in your body? And I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures and see if you can figure out what this implant is actually used for. And maybe, keep track, keep your own score. There's 10 of these, and leave a note in the show notes or the comments about how many of these you got right. And I'm going to start with an easy one, because if you've watched my channel, you better get this one right. But see if you know what this implant is. So based on that picture, what implant do you think that is? What body part do we use that actual implant is? And if you guessed a knee replacement, you are correct, which means that you've been watching my videos and you've learned a whole lot, because you can identify that. That particular implant is called the Stryker Triathlon. It is their press fit component. The X-ray was actually a cemented component, but it's the same design. So jumping into the second implant that I'm going to test you on, and this one again should be pretty easy if you follow my channel. And if you got that one correct, you guessed it was a total hip replacement. So that is a total hip replacement. It's a press fit implant. The ceramic ball is that pink ball, and that little white rim that you see is the polyethylene liner. So if you got 2 out of 2 so far, good job. So the third one may be something different, something that I don't typically cover on this channel. So let's see if you can guess what it is. So that one may have been a hard one for you, but that is a total shoulder replacement, and specifically a reverse total shoulder. So there's anatomic, where there's a ball that goes inside a cup, and a newer design, which has actually turned out to be a really, really incredible shoulder replacement design, is this idea of a reverse total shoulder replacement. Now, switching from the joint replacement world, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to show you this picture and see if you can guess what this implant is. What do you think? What was it? It's a plate. Obviously, it has holes for screws. And if you know anybody that's fallen and broken their wrist, this is the plate that we would use to fix a wrist fracture, what we call distal radius plate. Now, next one may be a little different. It's not as commonly used, but it's become more and more frequently placed over the past few years, and the results are really, really good. See if you can identify this implant. So if we move from the wrist to almost the complete opposite end of our body, this is a total ankle replacement. So for severe ankle arthritis, one of the classic gold standard treatments used to be an ankle fusion, which relieved pain, but unfortunately left the ankle and foot very stiff. And an ankle replacement was a way to treat arthritis and at the same time retain range of motion of the ankle. Now, this one might be a little bit more difficult for you, so see if you can identify what this orthopedic implant is used for. So that was probably a hard one for most of you, but that's a PEEK cage, and sometimes these cages are made of titanium. This is used in the spine world. So when someone has really severe back arthritis and what we call degenerative disc disease, if they're going to have a fusion for some reason, this is an implant that can get placed where your disc once was. So it goes between the vertebral bodies, between the bones, the blocks in your spine, and you can even fill it with bone graft. And there's different angles. So depending on how high the surgeon needs to make that space, or sometimes they can angle it. So you see some of those that are more like a trapezoid. This is a device that we can put in there to help aid in the fusion and restore alignment to the spine. So the next one I'm going to show you and see if you can pick out what this implant is used for. So what was your guess? It's called an IMHS, or intramedullary hip screw. This particular design is called the Gamma Nail, the Gamma 3 made by Stryker, and it is a device that we use for specific types of hip fractures, usually subtroch or unstable intertrochanteric hip fractures, and it's a rod that goes inside your thigh bone, and that screw goes across, so it almost looks like the number 7, and this is a device that goes inside the bone to basically shish kebab the bone and allow it to heal. So I'll give you a little hint for this next one, because this next one is a similar body part area when it comes to what this thing is used for. See if you can guess what it is. So this is another device used for treating hip fractures, and this was around before those gamma nails ever came out. It's what's called a dynamic hip screw. So if you have a hip fracture, we actually will open up the skin and put this plate across the bone. Usually there's 4 holes or for 4 screws that can go into the shaft, and then there's a screw that goes into the head across the fracture. and it's designed to slide, which is why it's called dynamic. So it allows the fracture to actually compress, which aids in the healing. So this next one, see if you can guess what this one is. So it's a hinge, all right. Probably looks like something you might put into a car, but it's actually a total elbow arthroplasty. It's basically an elbow replacement, which we use in patients that have severe arthritis, but more commonly over the years, it was used in people that were lower demand that had severe destruction of the elbow, typically rheumatoid patients. But it's also a device that we use in some fractures, like when the bone is completely shattered and there's nothing left, we can put a total elbow replacement in. And the last one, so number 10, I'm going to leave you with this picture. See if you can figure out what this one's for. So this last plate was what's called a distal femoral condylar locking plate. So this is a plate that we would use for fractures of the end of your thigh bone, just above the knee joint. And we might use those in a regular fracture, even when you have what's called a periprosthetic fracture. So if you had a knee replacement and then broke the bone, this is typically one of the plates that we would use to fix that. So if you enjoyed this content, be sure to leave a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed and click that notifications tab, please do so. And let me know in the comments, like how many of these did you get right? Did you get all 10 right? Were you able to guess the movie? And if you like this and you want to see more of these little quizzes pop up, also put that in the show notes. Thanks again for watching. I'm Adam Rosen. I'll see you next time.